Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into Dante's Inferno and exploring the different levels of hell, as depicted in his famous work. We'll walk through each layer, the punishments, and the souls who inhabit them. If you're fascinated by mythology, religion, or just curious about the afterlife in literature, stick around. Let's get started. Level 9. Treason. Treason, the ninth and last level, is a frozen lake split into 4 areas according to the kind of treachery: betrayal against God, family, country, or visitors. The tears that the souls have shed have turned into ice, freezing them from the neck down. Lucifer, who has 3 faces and is encased in ice, is at the middle. The souls of the greatest traitors, like Judas Iscariot, who betrayed Jesus, and Brutus and Cassius, who betrayed Julius Caesar, are forever chewed in his jaws. The chilly atmosphere in the pit was created by Lucifer's massive wings beating a chilly breeze through it. To get away, Dante and Virgil had to descend Lucifer's body and emerge on the opposite side of the planet. Level 8. Fraud. The 8th level, Fraud, has 10 trenches for various kinds of con artists. In the first trench, devils beat seducers. In the second, flatterers dig themselves a hole filled with waste. In the third trench, a group of simoniacs selling sacred items burn, with only their feet visible. In the fourth trench, sorcerers and seers stroll around with their necks curled back, unable to look forward. In the sixth trench, demons keep barricaders buried as they boil in tar. In the sixth, hypocrites are depicted as bearing the weight of their lies by wearing elaborate, thick robes. Thieves are assaulted by serpents in the seventh trench, which turn them to ash before they reappear and endure more suffering. Souls like Ulysses burn in firefly-like flames in the ninth trench because they deceived others. The ninth trench is set aside for individuals who divided society. Their bodies are repeatedly disassembled and reconstructed there. Falsifiers in the last trench suffer from terrible illnesses and have excruciating scabs covering their body. Level 7. Violence. There are 3 sections to the 7th level. Those who have inflicted harm on others are punished in the outer ring, where they are surrounded by centaurs and boil in a river of blood. Their wrongdoing gets worse the deeper they go under the water. Because of his victories, Alexander the Great now resides here. Dante discovers a terrifying woodland in the middle ring that is home to the souls of suicide victims. They are being tormented by harpies and have been changed into twisted trees. They are denied their bodies in death because they rejected them in life, and their bodies will hang from their tree forms eternally on Judgment Day. The inner ring, where fire showers from the sky over a searing desert, is reserved for those who have used violence against God. They will suffer even more if they stop moving and had to stay still for 100 years. Level 6. Heresy. The true torments start here when we reach the 6th level, heresy. Heretics are interred in flaming tombs, their agony restrained by fallen angel defenders. Among those who disregarded religious precepts is King Frederick II, one of Dante's antagonists. Level 5. Wrath. Wrath, which should not be mistaken with violence, is the 5th level. Throughout their lives, these spirits were filled with fury and anger. They are currently engaged in never-ending combat in a sea of muck, making futile attempts to climb over one another. Sorrows gurgle their laments in the River Styx, forever beneath the surface. When Dante and Virgil arrive to the city of Dis by boat, they find its flaming walls guarded by fallen angels that prevent them from entering. When it looks like they are stuck, Medusa receives a terrible call from 3 Furies telling her to turn Dante stone. Virgil covers Dante's eyes in a hurry. Then a heavenly angel appears, dividing the waters and opening the gates with ease so they can pass. Level 4. Greed. The 4th level, Greed, features spirits fighting over enormous money bags and bashing each other senselessly without any rhyme or reason, exactly like they did in real life when they hoarded wealth. Some of them were previously members of the church, but Dante notes that their greed brought them here. Due to their frequent fights, they have become so deformed that Dante is unable to identify any of their faces. Level 3. Gluttony. We are met with a depressing torrent of rain, sleet, and hail on the third level, Gluttony. Ice batters souls as the ground transforms into a mushy mess. The mythological three-headed hound Cerberus rips apart everyone who tries to flee. The souls either heal or remain in their shredded state indefinitely because they are incapable of dying. Dante discovers more about Judgment Day here as well. While the reunion of all souls with their bodies represents perfection in heaven, it also represents the perfection of suffering in hell. Level 2. Lust. Those who succumb to sexual seduction are carried away by strong, never-ending winds at the second level, lust. The maelstrom of passion that ruled their lives is reflected in the winds. Paris and Cleopatra, two well-known characters, are stranded here, battered about by the hurricane. This is the point in Dante's writing where the concept of contrapasso, which states that the penalty either contrasts with or mimics the sin, is introduced. Those who were tossed around by their whims in life are now tossed around in death. Level 1. Limbo. The first level of hell, Limbo, is where we start. Though it's not quite hell, it's a place where spirits remain since they can never quite find rest. Imagine it like Earth, but instead of being able to die, you are eternally trapped in the same state. There are simply dejected sighs here, no screaming. It is the home of unbaptized infants and pious individuals born prior to Christ, such as Socrates and Plato. It's interesting to note that following Jesus' execution, some Old Testament characters, like Adam and Noah, were raised to heaven. In keeping with his love for classical Rome, Dante also included Julius Caesar here, despite the fact that Caesar's historical circumstances prevented him from entering paradise. We first meet Minos, a character from Greek mythology, before going on to the actual depths of hell. Minos judges souls, encircling each one with his tail to determine its proper place. With just a single touch from him, spirits are forced to honestly confess their transgressions. Conclusion. That brings an end to our exploration of Dante's Inferno. Every level, from Limbo to Treason, demonstrates the complexities of human sin and its effects. If you enjoyed reading about this exploration, please remember to like and subscribe. Keep your curiosity alive until then, and we'll see you in the next video.